This is insane. In this video, I'm going to explore the net worth of one of the richest, most powerful, most influential figures in music industry history who wasn't even a producer. He wasn't an artist, but he was a lawyer.
Wait a minute.
It wasn't just because he was a lawyer, it was because of whose lawyer he was. He was Michael Jackson's lawyer. He's the man who helped him negotiate the Beatles catalog purchase. He helped Michael purchase his own music back from Sony. He helped Michael sell music to Sony. He even helped Michael purchase other artists' music. And now he manages one of the most lucrative estates in the world. Some people call him a genius. Some people call him a snake. If you want my opinion, I think you'll kind of pick it up throughout the video. Please like and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications because I'm going to be doing way more videos, especially on this topic. So your support is really appreciated. Instagram deleted my account, so now I'm a YouTuber. Let's go. Who is John Branca? How much is he really worth? Stick around to the end of the video because I promise you will be shocked. John Branca was raised by two parents who couldn't be any more different. His mom was an actress and a ballroom dancer who was in movies with Elvis, and his dad was a war vet, a public servant, and later on a chair for the New York State Athletic Commission. John Branca wasn't raised in the Beverly Hills of New York, but it was a pretty modestly nice neighborhood. At age 11, he moved to Los Angeles with his family. And at age 13, he had started a rock band opening for none other than The Doors, legendary band. Branca was kicked out of boarding school in the 11th grade at 16 years old, and he was in a band that got a recording contract. I can't tell you exactly how much that contract was worth, but at 16 it was something. So basically he said that he read some article in Rolling Stone and it was about Elton John's lawyer, which I think is kind of BS because his mom had ties back in the days to Elvis somehow, so who knows. In the early 1980s, Branca's client list exploded. ZZ Top, the Rolling Stones, Aerosmith, Michael Jackson. He was the big guy behind the guys. His biggest early wins, helping Michael Jackson buy the Beatles catalog in 1985, the then known as the ATV Music Publishing, for $47.5 million. That catalog would later be worth over $400 million. Branca's cut? Confidential. But insiders estimate a low seven-figure payout. His estimated income in the 1980s, $15 million. His estimated net worth by 1989, the same. In the 1990s, Branca wasn't just a lawyer. He was a music mogul disguised as a lawyer. In 1995, he orchestrated one of the biggest publishing mergers in music history. Michael Jackson merged his ATV catalog with the Sony Music Publishing, forming Sony ATV. Jackson made $115 million and retained 50% ownership. Sheesh. Branca, he reportedly walked away from the deal with 5%. Or $7.5 million from that deal alone. He also negotiated a $50 million record deal for Aerosmith. His estimated income in the 1990s, $30 million. His estimated net worth by 1999 had ballooned to $45 million. This was nothing compared to what came next. By now, Branca had redefined the business of music, but by the next decade, he wouldn't just make money off of music. He'd invent entirely new ways to own music. My man was the master of the 360 deal. Branca helped pioneer the controversial 360 deal where record labels earned a cut of an artist's touring, merch, and music. This wasn't done before. Branca was no dummy. Like, he quickly realized that these artists were making way more money off touring, off merchandise, than they were off their own music. So he said, nah, we gotta invent the 360. I want in on everything. I don't care if you got a paper route, pumping gas, get a part-time job on the side. It's really like fancy extortion. And he wanted in for his clients, which could be Sony Music. Branca had a very close relationship with Sony Music, which was why he was able to help Michael Jackson acquire the Sony catalog, not just his own, but the Beatles and other artists too, and then later on sell it back. In the 2000s, Branca helped pioneer a bunch of 360 deals for artists such as Korn, Shakira, and Nickelback. Korn, Shakira, and Nickelback were among the biggest artists in the world. Korn has sold 40 million records worldwide. Nickelback has over 50 million albums sold. Shakira has topped them both with over 100 million certified records, making her the best-selling Latin music artist of all time. So you mean to tell me that John Branca not only makes money off of the highest grossing male artist of all time, but also the highest grossing female artist of all time? Come on, man. You can't make this stuff up. Stick around to the end to see how much he's worth, because I promise you it's going to blow your mind. Also, in 2009, Branca helped broker the sale of Rodgers and Hammerstein catalog for $200 million. You want to know what the Rodgers and Hammerstein catalog refers to? It's a body of work that includes a bunch of different legendary musicals, like Oklahoma, The Sound of Music, South Pacific, and The King and I. Oh yeah, and including 3,000 other ones. The only thing is, I couldn't find any information about how much he made off of all this stuff, but it's estimated that he made around $40 million in the 2000s, and his total net worth should be around 85 to 100 million. The crazy thing is, the same year in 2009, days before Michael Jackson he was rehired by the King of Pop. Branca had been fired 2 times before this. Is this a coincidence or conspiracy? Listen, I'm going to make another video for this. Please stay tuned. If you're looking and it's not out, it should be there tomorrow. I promise. If it's not there, I'll give y'all $100. How about that? After Michael Jackson started the 2010s, John Branca became the co-executor of Michael Jackson's estate alongside John McClane. The estate was $500 million in debt at the time of Michael Jackson. But I've told people, and you'll see in my next video, this was not a problem. Michael Jackson's estate isn't hard to manage. It's music, it's a legacy, it's an icon who sells itself, sells himself. So I don't want to give these guys too many brownie points because the job was easy. So in the 2010s, he got to work. He produced This Is It, which grossed around $261 million. He launched the Cirque du Soleil shows for Immortal, MJ1, and he released Escape, Bad 25, and more. He co-produced MJ the Musical on Broadway, which a lot of people don't really like too much. They feel MJ wouldn't have approved of this, and they feel like a lot of these works aren't really carrying on his legacy the way he would have approved. But man, did these moves make money. He made over $2 billion this decade. $2 billion. Branca, how much did he make? They say around 7 to 10%. So people do estimate that in the 2010s he made anywhere from $50 to $75 million, and his estimated net worth officially was around $140 million. So I was going to do the next decade, but I didn't want to do half of the 2020s. So I just did from 2011 to present. Branca is now producing Michael, the biopic directed by Antoine Fuqua. Sorry if I messed up your name. In 2003 alone, Michael Jackson's estate earned $600 million. He also oversaw the $100 million Broadway hit MJ the Musical. He fought off some lawsuits, some extortion cases, and kept the estate making money. His estimated income since 2011 was $65 million, and his estimated current net worth is $150 to $160 million. But wait, some say it's a lot higher. One site claims John Branca is worth $500 million, and I do see a lot of reasons why this can be possible. One of the reasons he was fired is because he had offshore accounts, which he hasn't been found guilty of. No, God, so please. That's alleged, okay? This is a lawyer. This is a lawyer we're dealing with. I don't need this video taken down. So John Branca was fired allegedly for those reasons, okay? Allegedly had offshore accounts. Alleged. Branca also has a crazy extensive collection of Ferraris. His car collection overall is insane. Michael Jackson purchased him 2 Rolls Royces by the time he was 37 years old. Michael bought him one of those after he helped him purchase Neverland Ranch, and the other he purchased for Branca after he helped him purchase the Beatles catalog. I can't tell you exactly which Ferraris he owns and which years, and I'm too lazy to look on his videos on his Instagram. But I can tell you he's on a Ferrari F355, a 360, 575M, F430, 599, 458 Italia, which he currently owns, and a 458 Spider he ordered or plans to get. All these cars are pretty much 200K and up, so he has a pretty healthy appetite for cars. Not everyone really applauds John Branca. John Branca allegedly, well, no, he really was rehired. So basically, John Branca waited 7 years roughly to produce Michael Jackson's will. Some critics of John Branca say he's too powerful, he's too involved, he's too rich. Some people allege, estate manipulation, hush money settlements, offshore. Honestly, I think John Branca is just a genius and an innovator. Yes, he was fired by Michael Jackson 2 times. There's nothing funny about that. 8 days before he passed, John Branca pops back up and was rehired by Michael. There's nothing funny about that. The fact that it took him 7 years to produce the will, there's nothing funny about that. Anyway, shout outs to Big John Branca. I'm going to have a video. It may be exposing you. It may not. So don't take it personally. Love you, buddy. So let's break it down. In the 1980s, he made 15 million. In the 1990s, he made 30 million. In the 2000s, he made 40 million. The 2010s, he made 50 million. And from 2011 to 2025, he made 65 million. Nice and neat, isn't it? So you may have the same question I had. How has he made so much money and his net worth risen so little? Remember, this is a reported net worth. There's also going to be some other factors, how much money he's spent and how much his lifestyle has cost him. Taxes, man. They say 2 things in life for certain, and one of them are taxes. You know the other, get me flagged on YouTube. Branca also lives in California, where the federal income tax is up to 37%. And the tax rate for someone on his level is around 45 to 50%. Sheesh. That means if he earns 65 million, he only kept 33 to 36 million after taxes. That is, unless he had some tricks up his sleeve. He could do things like deducting business expenses, paying himself in dividends or capital gains, defer income. Also, here's the thing with John Branca and the offshore account scandal with Michael Jackson, allegedly. It doesn't mean he was technically doing anything illegal. He can legally shelter his assets. He can reduce estate taxes. He also probably has some of the best lawyers and CPAs on his side. He definitely has some crazy tax attorneys and financial planners who help him shelter his money. So basically in 2003, Michael Jackson just fired John Branca. He said he was suspicious that Branca may have been working too closely with Sony. He was getting too friendly with them. And he thought that they were trying to backdoor him and do backdoor deals, under the table deals with his catalog and with the ATV catalog. Michael even hired a bunch of lawyers and private investigators. None of them found anything on paper. So this leads to why he was rehired. Michael did his research. Michael did his homework. He did his due diligence. He didn't find anything. Whether it was a misunderstanding, bad advice, MJ being paranoid, something more, we'll never know for sure. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Is this guy worth all the money? How much do you think he's worth? 100 million, 150, which are closer to the reported amounts, or closer to the outrageous one I found on one website, which was 500 million. Please like, please subscribe, please put your notifications on, and go please donate. It'll help me make some better videos and hire some better editors, and I'm definitely going to bring you guys some way better content. Stay tuned, check my other videos out. Thanks. How much do you think he's worth? 100 million, 200, 300, 500? And if you want to go look right here, here are all my sources for this video, and I'll be doing this for the rest of them. No one else does this, so I left some off because I'm too lazy. All right, bye.